Yo, 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 what's up, man? This is your boxing genius from SBNboxing.com. Here to talk to you a little bit about what's going on, what I've been hearing, what I've been reading about this big fight, this big mega fight that, wow, he finally signed a fucking contract, man. TPOB finally signed a contract. Yeah, yeah. Okay, man, but I want to take a little tour around New York City, to ask maybe some people around there what's going on, what do they think about this fight, how they predict the fight, who they like, Pacquiao or Floyd Mayweather Jr., man. Let's just take a little trip and see what's up. Yo, people out there, what's up, man? Tell me what's going on. Y'all out there walking by, man, look up here, man. You got the boxing genius from SBNboxing.com, man. What's going on? I'm going to go out there to the artist in Central Park. Hey, dude. Stop drawing, man. Talk to me. Tell me something, man. What is happening? What do you think about this big mega fight that's happening now, man? Talk to me. And the people at IRT travel station, hey, the railroad station, damn, they ain't no fucking body out here, man. What's going on with NYC in New York? Let's go to Times Square, see what's up. Yo, tell me what's up, what's up, what's up. Even the damn window cleaners don't know what's going on, man. People out there in the corners don't know what's going on. In the theaters don't know what's going on. Hey, I don't know, man, what's happening, man. But, NYC, man, I love NYC. I was raised in Brooklyn, in New York City. I'm Puerto Rican, born in Puerto Rico, raised in the ghetto in New York. And by the way, I'm wearing this Triple Crown uniform with TC, also a Triple Crown hat. This is a little team for my little grandson, he plays a lot of baseball. And it's sponsored by, who? The Boxing Genius, I sponsored the team, the traveling team, a hell of a team, We'll probably talk about that later on, what's going on. Because I'm not just a baseball man. A boxing man. I'm a baseball man myself, I played a lot of baseball in my days when I was in Brooklyn. If not considered the best or one of the best shortstops in NYC in New York City at that time in the AA aspects in the Spanish leagues, And I also played with this guy here. If y'all would like to know who this guy is, this is my boy. He was raised with me in the projects in Tilden, in the high rises. Willie Randolph, the Yankee way. And if you go to page 8 in the book, I'm not bullshitting you. He will mention George E. Cruz. That's my name, as you all know. The boxing genius, but my name is George Cruz. And you guys give me a little bit about what's going on in the Yankee way, about me a little bit also, raised up in the projects with Willie. Well, anyway, people, we've been hearing a lot of gossip, a lot of things going on left and right, People are writing about this big mega fight, that's going on. People say that this is going to be the biggest fight ever in boxing history. And let me clear things for you. As far as the biggest fight in boxing history, that is to me, that is a no-no, okay? The richest fight in boxing history, yes. The biggest, again, no. That's my opinion, okay? Nothing could be bigger than Ali Frazier 1, okay? Nothing was greater than that. It could be others too, like Tommy Hearns and Marvin Hagler. Don't tell me that this mega fight is going to be the biggest fight in history, because it's not. The richest, yes. Why I consider not the biggest fight? Because this fight was dwindling for years and years and years and years and years. Now, Ali Frazier, no. They ball. They went in there and fought. Tommy Hearns and Marvin Hagler, they fought. It wasn't dwindling. No, man, I won this, I won that. No. They fought. And by the way, 15 rounds of boxing, okay? So, the way I see things, this biggest fight is a bunch of bullshit. Mega fight, yes. And, this fight going on, the way I look at it, now that it's on, Mayweather and Pacquiao, all this shit is everybody getting into the action. Everybody's talking shit. Okay, everybody wants to be part of the role, part of the gimmick. And by the way, before I start talking about all this shit, I didn't know, but I was reading about this one guy who really brought this fight together, besides Moonves from CBS. He was the guy that pressured, Al Heyman, Showtime, and let's sit down and let's talk, man. With HBO. It was a waiter out of Los Angeles that he used to wait on Moonves, all the time. And this little waiter, he told Moonves, I like to bring Freddie Roach because his son was also training at the Wild Card in LA. I want to see if we sit down with Freddie Roach and you guys talk these things over to see what's going on. And this guy, I think his name was Gabriel Salvador. Gabriel Salvador, if I'm not mistaken. That was his name. He more or less got Moonves, Al Heyman, and Freddie Roach and everybody together to more or less to make this fight happen. That's why we are fighting today. Okay? Al Heyman, again, I keep saying, he is the mastermind of all this shit behind the scenes for Mayweather. Mayweather is a smart businessman. I always say that, besides being a technician and a smart man in the ring. But the man behind the scenes of all this shit, his name is Al Heyman. Okay? He's the guy that wheels and deals for him. It ain't him. He's too fucking stupid. Okay? But, this is all going to be a mind game. Like I said, look, you got celebrities involved. You got a guy like Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg said something about that he's glad these two guys are fighting because these two guys are going to, this match, these guys are going to revitalize boxing again. It's going to bring back boxing. Now, what the fuck are you talking about, man? The only thing that they're bringing back is more money, and more money for the fans to pay. As far as bringing back boxing, come on, people, let's be for real. This match did not need to happen. It happened, thank God it did, but it did not need to happen to bring back boxing. Boxing was going to go on anyway. Look at Al Heyman right now. What he's doing at NBC. He's got a barn load of boxers, man. And I'm talking about good boxing matches that's going to happen in NBC. You also got CBS throwing shit down. You also got Box Nation in UK. So what are you talking about? This match had to happen to bring back boxing, man. Floyd Mayweather Jr. retired in 2008, and boxing was still going. I mean, the numbers in pay-per-view, money-wise, was not there, but people were watching boxing. Isn't that a fact? So what are you talking about, Then you got guys like critics, like boxers, ex-boxers, boxers, sportcasters, sports announcers, broadcasters. Paulie Maldonado, he's sticking his 2 cents in. Oh, well, I think, that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is going to fight because blah, 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 blah. Fine. You're trying to outmax, mind game, what I would say, Pacquiao. Ricky Hadd on the other side says the same thing. Ricky Hadd saying the way he's going to have to beat Mayweather is going in out boxing, which is a good thing, a good tip. But Paulie, what does Paulie got to say? Paulie says the same shit Floyd Mayweather Sr. says. He going to kick his ass. Why? And Floyd says the same thing. I have height, I have reach, I have speed, I got the in and out tech. Listen, let me tell you something. As far as height is concerned, you do have height. Okay? As far as reach is concerned, you do have reach. As far as speed is concerned, I don't think you are faster than Manny Pacquiao. Okay? Hand-wise, he is faster. Okay? That's the way I see it. Okay? After Mir Khan, Manny, then comes you. I don't think that you can say that you're faster. Okay, you'll slow down. That's all a mind game you're trying to tell Pacquiao about. Okay, then you talk about Alex Ariza. Once Alex Ariza left Manny Pacquiao, he wasn't the same. This is all a mind game. Okay, a strength conditioning trainer, a coach. I don't think that has anything to do with when that bell rings in the first round, man. Okay, that's a bunch of bullshit. The biggest mind game, and the guy who could beat you in a fight before you went in that ring, his name was Muhammad Ali. You can't do that bullshit, Floyd Mayweather Jr. And if Roach and Pacquiao listens to your shit, they're more stupid than you. Okay? Because that's all bullshit. Okay? As far as height, and reach, yes. By the way, height. You always had height over everybody you boxed. Okay. So don't mention height. Height is something you had against almost everybody you fought. Okay, Floyd. The only persons, only 3 or 4 people that had even Stevens with you, a little bit taller than you, were maybe Canelo Alvarez, taller, 5'9" maybe. You're 5'8". But again, your reach 72, Canelo 70. Same thing with Victor Ortiz. Okay, you have the advantage of always the reach. All right, height, 1 inch. That's not a big thing. The biggest man you ever fought was probably Oscar De La Hoya. He was taller than you, 5'10" and a half, maybe reach, maybe an inch more reach than you. And by the way, that was a split decision. And by the way, I think you lost that fucking fight. Okay? And by the way, you had one of your judges that I've mentioned before, Jerry Roth, right? Yep. And Chuck Champion in that damn fight. Look at it. That's all I need to tell you. People don't believe me. I think you go in there and find out that in that fight, there's some referees that I've mentioned before. Look at my previous videos. A Champion and a Jerry Roth. Dave Moretti came into the picture when you came back from retirement in 2009. That became your favorite. All right? Now, as far as other things are concerned, Pac-Man, guy's only 5'6" and a half, 67 inch reach. You're talking right. You have height and reach advantages, But like maybe Freddie Roach says, I'm going to stop all that gossip on all that shit. When Pacquiao hits him with his first left, tags him with his first left in the draw, he going to feel it. I want to see what he's going to do then. It's not the same thing as a Sean Mosley. Sean Mosley tagged you in the second round of that fight, I remember. Okay? But again, I say that was something that skeptical about, You hit a guy and he buckles and then you stop fighting the rest of the fucking fight. What is it? You was not supposed to hit him that hard, man. What the fuck are you doing, Shane Mosley? Shane, you're not supposed to hit me that hard, Shane. You almost knocked me the fuck out. Stop fighting. Okay? Victor Ortiz made a dumb mistake, headbutted you. But he exposed you as far as southpaws are concerned. And maybe Robert Guerrero, the Ghost, that's a fucking bum. Okay, that's a write-off. All right? But now you're going to fight a southpaw that like you have never fought before. A boxer like you have never fought before. Floyd Mayweather Sr. and Roger Mayweather and Jeff Mayweather all say that we're going to see how Mayweather kicks Pacquiao's ass. I would like to see that. Okay? I want to see that. I want to see that happen, because it's going to happen as far as the fight is concerned. Everybody wants to see that fight. We're going to watch it right here at Little MGM, this house is going to be packed. And you're going to have Floyd Mayweather fans. You're going to have Pacquiao fans. You're going to have people who don't know shit about boxing. They're just there to eat and drink and have a good time. But that's what we do. We have a good time. This is the SBM family, We are going to highlight that fight. I'm going to host the fight, and we're going to have a hell of a time, with what's going on, in the actual supposedly mega fight, because I just don't feel as though it is the biggest fight ever in boxing history. No. It's not. Talk to people who know boxing like myself, from the old school, who know boxing. We're not talking about 2019, late 1990s and 2000. No, we're talking about 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and now. That's the boxing genius. I know it all, baby. I just don't worry about Floyd Mayweather Jr. fighting Manny Pacquiao, and that's it. No, it's not about that with me, man. Okay? And by the way, I had a little article here that I wanted to bring out to your attention because I was reading, I do a lot of reading on the internet, excuse me. And, the fight that my son and I, Kenneth, Let's Be Boxing, were watching, actual, Triple G fighting Martin Murray. There was comments, things going on left and right. And I read the Bleacher Report. And it came to my attention, a guy by the name of Liz Fitzsimmons, whatever his fucking name is, Fitzsimmons, a columnist there for Bleacher Report. He starts talking about Triple D, the way he destroyed Martin Murray and all that what elite fighter there should be out there for him. Well, in that report and all that, throughout the end of the report, and you guys should go read it, man. Read it, if I'm not mistaken. This is what this guy writes, man, at the very end, somewhere around the report. He talks about if Golovin gets full-fledged title in that manner, he's really gained no high-end ground. In other words, he mentioned Cotto. And if he fights Cotto, he's not going to get he's not going to gain no high-end, ground as far as, momentum, a big pay-per-view fight, of big recognition with an elite fighter, so on and so forth. Then he says, instead, in order to get what he really wants, he may have to go to Manny Pacquiao route. Now, I'm going to stop right there. Here's a columnist from the Bleacher Report. It's a week after that the mega fight is on. The pound for pound king of the world, his name is Floyd Mayweather. Why the fuck is this idiot mentioning that Triple G has to go to Manny Pacquiao route? Why does everybody mention the little midget to go fight the big guns? Triple G, if everybody recalls, I recall, Triple G last year, in one of his fights, after the fight, he called out Mr. Floyd Mayweather Jr. He even said he'll go down to 154 and fight him. Okay? Now remember that. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is 5'8.5" with a 72-inch reach. This guy here, he only has a 70-inch reach. Triple G. He might be 5'10", like an Oscar de la Hoya, but his reach is 70-inch. He mentions Floyd Mayweather Jr., and yet this fool here is talking about that he has to go the Manny Pacquiao route. Why does everybody want Manny Pacquiao to fight the big guns? When I mentioned that to my son, why doesn't Triple G fight? Oh, because he's too big, man. He's too... Wait a minute. In the middleweights, there was a marvelous Marvin Hagler, 160. He had a 70-inch reach, and that man was only 5'9". Okay? That a welterweight by the name of Tommy Hearns that came up the route, and he came up to 160 to fight. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. And if you watch that fight, 3 rounds of boxing, you're going to tell me those were 3 rounds of boxing, man. And Tommy Hearns could box. If you watch that fight, he moves around the ring. He can box. But you're talking about a marvelous Marvin Hagler. I compare him to Triple G. And by the way, Triple G has the highest boxing history in the middleweights. Has the highest knockout percentage in boxing history. Okay. That's why Floyd Mayweather Jr., oh, by the way, Al Heyman said, ignore that guy, man. Don't even answer him. Shut your mouth and look the other fucking way. Okay, the same shit that happened to Amir Khan in the Marcus Madonna voting census. Al Heyman says, do not fuck with that dude. Look the other way. No, we're not fighting him. Triple G asked him, hey man, I go down 154. I go to 54. 154 and fight you. Right. Now this guy here is talking about Manny Pacquiao. The Filipino superstar assembled a fan base and built a reputation for several years while at last publicly persuading a fight with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Finally fight with Floyd Mayweather Jr. And by the way, there was always one guy also that they always wanted him. They always wanted him to go and fight the big guns before Sugar Ray Leonard did. It was Roberto Manuel Piedra Duran. He wasn't scared no fucking body. He was a Manny Pacquiao too. If you tell Manny Pacquiao how much money we're going to give you to go fight Triple G, guess what? That little Mayweather, that little Filipino will go slug it out with Triple G. That's what I look at it. But that's a heart. That's a boxer, not a bullshitter. Okay? A guy who runs all his life, runs. Now he's coming by. And I'm glad maybe it was the waiter, maybe it was Ariza that left the training camp. He's with Floyd Mayweather, gave him some soup, gave him some strength, some conditioning, maybe give him some tips on how to beat Pacquiao. I don't know. But the fight's going to happen, you know. It's going to be a hell of a fight. A hell of a bullshit fight it's going to be. That's the way I look at it, okay? Because as soon as Mayweather gets caught with one of Pacquiao's, boom, guess what? His lights are out, man. So good night, people.